If you're thinking about moving to Gig Harbor, Washington, this video is going to help you better understand the area, so let's get to it. Hi everybody, this is Sarah Husby with Sound and Harbor Homes, your local navigator and home matchmaker, giving you the really real of Gig Harbor. I'm going to give you an idea of what it's like to live here, the lifestyle, and the kind of neighborhoods you can expect. I'm going to break it down for you in sections. I'll start with Gig Harbor North and work my way around so you can get a feel for the different areas. If you want to make sure you catch all my videos of living in the Southwest Puget Sound area, make sure to subscribe and tap that bell to get notified. All right, let's get started. Gig Harbor North is highly sought out because you have Canterwood Golf and Country Club. Canterwood is one of the Washington State's top 18-hole golf course. The golf course and club offers several activities from tennis and pickleball courts to fitness rooms and a heated pool. The community gets together for fun events like Kids Golf Clinic or Kids Movie Club, Ladies Night Out, fitness classes. They even have Easter egg hunts and 4th of July parades and so much more. If you are new to the area, it's a great place to get to know your neighbors and have fun. They have a great park with a playground for kids. The houses run 3 to 5 bedrooms and start out about $1 million and go up. It's a gated community with HOA dues and strict CC&Rs. Home builds start around the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, with the newer builds in 2016, 2017. These homes are certainly higher end luxury, and they offer a lifestyle that many find appealing. Just west of Canterwood are some newer communities, both condos and residential homes, and they look over Henderson Bay and the Olympic Mountains and have some of the most beautiful sunset views. The local hospital is also in this area, called St. Anthony's. It's a trauma 3 hospital. For those of you who need a trauma 2, you can just cross the bridge into Tacoma, and there's 2 options there. And there's also Mary Bridge, a children's hospital. You'll find that there's urgent care throughout Gig Harbor, and there's several medical and dental clinics throughout the area as well. Just south of Canterwood is where all the amenities are. You'll find Costco, Target, Home Depot, Starbucks, Petco, grocery stores, and the YMCA. There are several new communities that have recently popped up over the last few years around this area. The biggest contrast to Canterwood, which has preserved a lot of trees, providing a privacy between lots. The new housing developments like Harbor Hill do not. These homes are built on smaller lots, but still provide a rich sense of community. You'll not only find residential homes, but there are also rental apartments and senior living. There's plenty to do in this area to stay active. Besides the YMCA, you have baseball fields nearby, a gun range, or you can jump on Cushman Trail, a paved trail that runs a little over 6 miles from North Gig Harbor to South Gig Harbor. Many who bike to work use this trail as it provides easy access to the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Gig Harbor North is also where our newest elementary school, Swiftwater, just opened. It's located right across the YMCA and easy walking distance from the nearby neighborhoods. Another new elementary school that recently opened in the Peninsula School District is Pioneer, a new STEM school. There are currently 10 elementary schools, 4 middle schools, and 2 high schools in the Peninsula School District. There's a handful of private schools in Gig Harbor and several across the bridge in Tacoma. With the increase in population in this area, preschools continue to be in demand. So it's good to jump on the waiting list early. There has been recent change to the public school boundary lines, so if you're hoping to get into a particular public school, make sure to look at the new plan that will take effect in fall of 2022. If you Google Gig Harbor, the first image that will pop up is that beautiful image of downtown Gig Harbor with Mount Rainier in the background. The downtown area is filled with wonderful restaurants and boutique shops. There's always activities happening either on the water or at the park, where there are outdoor concerts and movies in the summer, art walks, fun runs, Halloween parties. The waterfront community goes all out for celebrations. I can't mention downtown Gig Harbor without giving a shout out to a couple of my favorite spots. If you're looking for the best place for breakfast, You definitely need to try Net Shed number 9 or Devoted Kiss Cafe. There are a plethora of restaurants to try for lunch and dinner, and the most popular one by far is Tide's Tavern, which is right on the water. You can even access by boat. Some of the happiest people you meet in the world are boaters, and if you're one, you are in the perfect spot. There is a ton of activity on the water between powerboats, kayakers, and SUPs. It's fun to grab a snack and go down to the dock while you're watching the sailing or the kayak racing teams practice. You'll also find a lot of dog walkers canvassing the waterfront. You will find a wide range of view homes or waterfront homes in this area. Lot sizes generally tend to be smaller. You'll find Cape Cod homes, mid-century, contemporary, and several custom homes. Price points range from 800s to $1 million plus, and primarily you'll find 3 to 4 bedrooms. It's all about being a part of this beautiful maritime setting with incredible views of the Puget Sound and Mount Rainier. If you're all about making sure you have a view of Mount Rainier, there's a few areas you definitely want to look at. Point Richmond in the corner of Gig Harbor, which overlooks Colvos Passage. You'll be able to enjoy the sunrise over the Cascade Mountains and catch a glimpse of the sailboat races. Just south of downtown Gig Harbor on Soundview and also Reed Road, there's a combination of condominiums and residential homes ranging from 1 to 2 million. The non-view homes, however, start out in the 600s. This area is easy to commute to as it's just off the first exit where you enter into Gig Harbor from Tacoma. Fox Island is another fantastic location, whether it's a Mount Rainier view you want or the Olympic Range. This island is accessible by bridge and only 14 minutes to the nearest grocery store. We've seen more people flock here over the last few years because of the sense of community. It's wonderful waterfront and view homes with just a little bit more privacy than you get in town. Depending on size of lot, waterfront or view, the median price is around $1 million on Fox Island. Just north of Fox Island is Artondale. This area has a mix of homes in planned communities and homes on acreage. It's just 10 minutes from Highway 16. Artondale has both a rural and suburban feel, depending on where you live. Gig Harbor Golf Club is located here, and Artondale Elementary School has just moved into a brand new gorgeous building. Most of the homes here were built between 1970 and 2000s. The character of each neighborhood is unique, and non-view homes fall within a range of 500 to 900. Just to the east of Artondale is Walachit Bay, where there's quite a few homes that are available both on the water and view homes and are priced similarly. Just be aware that as you go a little bit more east of Walachit Bay, you're closer to the Tacoma Narrows Airport, and you will have the overhead sound of the private planes coming and going. I must stop and point out that Gig Harbor has several warm and friendly coffee shops throughout the area, both chain and local. So if you're like me, I need a good cup of joe at a welcoming joint. We certainly have them. Some of you also might be wondering about our gyms. We do have local CrossFit gyms and, as I mentioned before, the YMCA, but any large chain gyms will primarily be found across the bridge in Tacoma or further north in Silverdale. Central Gig Harbor is the Rosedale community. There are residential homes, new construction homes, as well as some manufactured home communities. Like Artondale, it's heavily wooded in this part of Gig Harbor, providing you a lot of privacy. When shopping for a home online, you want to pay attention to how the house is situated and how much tree canopy is covering the yard. If you're someone who's affected by the lack of sun, you may want to consider that when viewing properties. There's several new construction homes that are situated right next to Highway 16. They're beautifully done, but the highway noise is very noticeable, so you might want to keep that in mind if you're the type that likes quiet. 3 communities that I absolutely love on the west side of Gig Harbor is Raft Island, Kopachuk, and Horsehead Bay. You'll find beautiful luxury homes just right on the water or with a view of the water or the Olympic Mountains. And they have the most spectacular sunsets there. But in the summer is when the entire neighborhood comes out and plays on the water. So you'll have kayaking. You'll see people kayak on over to Cuts Island, also called Dead Man's Island. And it ends up being just a big party on the water. So lovely area to spend your summer days for sure. In the northwest corner of Gig Harbor, before you get to the Purdy Spit, is Henderson Bay. And that area, those homes sit up a little bit higher and overlook Henderson Bay and have beautiful views of the Olympic Mountains as well as the Purdy Spit. So that's a little secret area that I like to point out to people. So if there's any homes that are available there, you'll find that it's a little bit of a quieter community and a little bit of an older community, but has also the most spectacular sunsets as well. Awana is just right at the entrance of the Key Peninsula. There's quite a bit of room on the Key Peninsula, so this is where you're gonna find homes with acreage. You'll also find homes that are a lot more affordable. There are going to be spots that are difficult to get internet working out there and cell phone service, so just be aware of that as you're looking around. Further into the Key Peninsula, you'll come across Vaughan, Key Center, and Long Branch. This is going to have lots of acreage. You're going to have a lot more farms, and then you'll have little communities like Home and Key Center, where you will have a grocery store and a couple little restaurants that support that whole area of the community. You will have pockets of homes that are right on the water, and you'll also notice that there's lots of camps that are spotted throughout the lower Long Branch area. Additional amenities in Gig Harbor proper is located in Uptown, which is the second exit just after you cross the Tacoma Narrows Bridge into Gig Harbor off of Highway 16. You will find a movie theater, multiple restaurants and grocery stores, and several boutique stores to shop in, including a few large chain stores. Commuting to Seattle is common for a lot of locals. There are multiple options from driving, rideshare, the Sounder train out of Tacoma, or even the Washington State ferries, where we have a few fast ferries to choose from. For those with an active lifestyle, there are an abundance of options. We have multiple parks, including dog parks, biking and hiking trails, beaches, and of course, the water, both freshwater and saltwater, for all your needs, whether it's floating, fishing, or swimming. Well, that about wraps it up. I hope that was helpful and you have a better understanding about the areas and neighborhoods around Gig Harbor. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And I do have a relocation guide if you want to click the link below, and I can send that out to you. It truly is a wonderful place to live. I always say every time you cross the bridge from Tacoma into Gig Harbor, it's like, you get to exhale. So check out some of my other videos that I have on living in around this area, and hopefully we'll see you soon as one of our neighbors.